guys, wow. This filly is just a 2-year-old. She will be 3 in May. Let me show them her little teefies. She is going to be gray. She is baby. Okay, Charlie's gonna show you guys her movements. I just showed her teeth for anybody that has any questions. We were told that she is by a Holsteiner stallion out of a thoroughbred mare. She should be eligible for American warm blood papers. She's had 15 days under saddle, and the boy told us that he took this filly in on trade. He had done 10 of these for a farm, and he took her in on trade. Holy shit, you guys, this is a freaking gem. He took this filly in on trade, and he said he put 15 rides on her, and he was just selling her. She was the very best one, he felt, and so he took her in on trade. And anyway, he is hard up for money, so he had brought her here and asked us if we would please sell this filly. He didn't want to sell her at the sale barn for fear she would go to slaughter, so he brought her here and said, can you please market her to your connections? I'm really hard up for money. And this is something that I thought I could sell easy, but nobody here has any value for these warm bloods. And I said, absolutely. He guaranteed her sane, he guaranteed her sound, and she is going to be a giant filly. Again, she is right at probably, 15 hands, maybe 15-1. She's big now. She's 15 hands, 15-1. She's only had 15 rides under saddle. So this is not something that's been in training for ever. She was just kind of born broke. Now she's currently black with 3 white stockings, but her nose and the top of her tail are graying. Her bed is graying. I can tell around her eyes she's graying. All right in here. So the farm that she came from raised dressage horses. So will you go ahead and trot her back down? They raised dressage horses, and this filly is something that somebody is going to absolutely die for. This is 15 days under saddle. 15 days. We're not talking like 15 days of like tons of work. We're just talking just 15 days of everything. Back down there, Charlie. So again, I will show her teeth at the end of the video so you guys see. She is 2, going to be 3 in May. This is her 16th ride. He said he had her for about 45 days total. He put about 10 days in the round pen of picking her feet up and lunging her with a saddle. And then every other day he just got on her back for about 5 minutes. So 15 days of round pen work, and every other day 5 minutes under saddle. And this is her. Again, the boy told us he took this filly in on trade for some of what he was owed. He thought he would kind of finish her out, maybe even make like a really phenomenal like resale project or even something like that, and he just went broke fast. His motor in his truck blew up, just all these things happened, and he needed money fast. He needed money yesterday. So this filly is 2,500 acres. She is guaranteed absolutely sound. She's guaranteed. There is not a problem with her. If you purchase this filly today and my vet comes and you do a full vet check and he finds a reason that there's something wrong with her, you don't own her. There's nothing wrong with her. She is absolutely sound. This is her 15th ride, and she is a 2, gonna be 3. 3 in May. She's by a Holsteiner stallion and out of a thoroughbred mare. And again, this is her 15th ride. Charlie, that's a gelding. Huh? I told you it was a gelding, and Charlie said, no, it's a filly. And we argued, and I said, I promise to God, he told me it was a gelding. It is a gelding. I was right. Nipples. Those are not nipples, you guys. I'm just telling you that Charlie and I had the argument. He told me that the only reason, and I knew, I was like, man, the guy's a freaking weirdo. I go, Charlie, go get on the warm blood gelding. And she goes, it's a filly for sure. And I was like, no, the guy told me. He freaking told me that the reason that people traded him this one is because they kept all the fillies and they gave him the gelding. And I thought, That's a little peepee. That's a little peepee. That's a little peepee. I knew that. And Jacob just texted me on my phone and was like, hey, babe, he told us that was a gelding. For sure. He told us that was a gelding. And I was like, and I was thinking to myself, I'll just check real quick because Charlie swore to me. But I'm telling you, he told me it was a gelding. I told Charlie it was a gelding. And the reason I went with filly is because Charlie texted me back and said, no, that's a filly. That's a filly. And I was like, oh, he's specific. That was the story, was the ranch or that he broke them for or whatever kept all the fillies and they traded him the one gelding. It's a gelding.
Well, it's kind of like the gray mare that you swore was a gelding. And I was like, oh man.
It's a peepee. That's a peepee. That's a peepee. I mean, I guess I could see how you think it's nipples. Charlie thought those were nipples. It's a peepee. Let me just make sure there's no. It's definitely a boy. It's a 2-year-old boy. It's okay, sir. We're very sorry. We should name him Call Me Ma'am. It's ma'am. It's ma'am. We're so sorry about that. I promise we really do have our shit together around here, just not always. In these moments, I question everything we do for a living.
Well, you have a very small pee-pee, sir.
You have a very small pee-pee, sir. Your pee-pee looks like boobs. We're very sorry.
Call him small bits.
You go small bits. So we'll trot him one more time and we'll be done. And he does plow 2,500 acres. He is absolutely guaranteed sound. He is by a Holsteiner stallion out of a thoroughbred mare. And it is a boy. It is a boy. This is a boy. And I'm telling you, you cannot ask for a better 2-year-old. Look at that trot. Look at that trot. And again, he came to me guaranteed in every way, shape, and form. And for what he is, I really think that somebody is getting a steal. You couldn't send him off and have him broke this good for that price. And we will measure him, but he's 15 to 15 hands tall. And we can string test him. Here, let's see how much. Here, get off him real quick, Charlie. And I mean, he's like super good to be around. He's like no problem. Here, hold the rein from right here to the ankle. Do the ankle test. Let's see how much bigger he's probably going to be. Okay, got it? Got it, go. He's probably going to be, pull tight. In front of the saddle pad. He's going to be that much taller. So this is the string test from where we go from here to, he's probably going to be at least a hand taller. Go back down and make sure we have it on the money. Is that to the ankle? Yes. Okay, back up one more time. Okay, so string test wise, he's probably going to be at least 4 to 5 more inches tall. So he's probably going to be 16'1", I would presume. And it is a boy. Christine, pay attention to this. Christine, it's a boy. So I told Charlie, get on the little warm blood gelding, and she said, it's a mare, it's a filly, it's a filly, it's a filly. And I went, well, okay, the boy told us that the reason he got this one in on trade is they took the fillies back, gave him the gelding on trade. He thought maybe he could even make a ranch horse out of him. Whatever, he was the very best one. It was like a whole story. So I was like, man, I don't think he lied to me, but
well, if you look from the angle,
I showed him. And he is going to turn gray, you guys. He is graying. He is graying. But I see how Charlie thought it was nipples. It does look like little nipples, but it is not little nipples. It's a little peepee.
small bits.
It's small bits. And again, he's had 15 rides and he plows 2,500 acres. And he is probably the very best warm blood we've ever had on this facility. Well, ever.
Tracy's like, damn it.
Which Tracy?
That guy.
Oh, Kaiser. Yep. Yep. Super nice. We'll get good photos of him. And I will absolutely tell you guys, purchase him today, have my vet do a vet check. There's nothing wrong with him. He's going to be 16 hands tall when he grows, according to string test. Super nice horse. We are knowledgeable till we're idiots, and this was an idiot moment, but I blame her. I blame her.
He was folded over and it looked like nipples.
It looked like nipples.
It looked like nipples.
But it's not nipples.
Not nipples.
There's no folded over space back here. Look, I'm standing behind him.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a good boy. Look at this, you guys. For a colt, watch. I mean, we're talking like a good one. Like back legs. I'm up underneath him, belly. I mean, he's like, shut up, lady. Somebody could take him, turn him out for a year, and then start on him a year from now and have like a $15,000 or $20,000 resale prospect. Like, somebody's gonna die to have him. Hope you are well. Love from Scotland. Hello, thank you. How do we Doreen, just send a message to the page. There's a phone number attached to the he has man boobs. Best thing I've heard all day. Camille, you win the internet for today.
I mean,
he has man boobs. It's a man boobs. Oh yeah, that's amazing. Just message the spinner's boob. Just send a message to the page. There's a phone number attached to the automated message, and just text that phone number and we can get you set up to purchase. And again, my vet comes. He's amazing, radiographs everything. This horse has no problems. It was just a really unfortunate set of circumstances that led to him being here. And he's like, his name should be Moobs. Come on, Moober. Come on, Moobers. He is hilarious. I love him. So, all right, you guys, this is him, and we will make sure we update the top of the thing. But I'm just gonna tell you, I'm already getting texts. So if you want him, speak now, hurry fast, forever hold your peace. He is an amazing horse. Well, that's what the boy told us. The reason he took him in on trade was because he was a gelding. He thought he could make a ranch horse out of him. But this thing doesn't need to be a ranch horse. I think God knew there were much bigger plans for this. So, no, we don't do multiple days. We just don't do that, unfortunately. Like, can we see more of him again tomorrow? I mean, when we feed, we can go live and show you what he looks like out in his paddock. But he won't last that long, I don't think. I think people are going to go crazy. Because if you see what I see in that trot, you know there's something special here. So God was like, yeah, this definitely shouldn't be a ranch horse. This needs to be back in the English world. So, yep. That's what you horses in bad situation. I have no idea what that means. So, this is a super, super nice little guy. Goodbye.